what's up, YouTube? You guys know what it is. I'm gonna go close that video, but man, today I'm gonna be playing so my favorite. Alright, good against Detroit. So let's get right.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Utah Jazz at Energy Solutions Arena. So for the Jazz, their last game a win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. They're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be keeping an eye on Andre Drummond tonight. 9th overall pick back in 2012 out of UConn. Shaq, he's still a very young big with a lot of room to grow.
He's an incredible offensive and defensive rebounder, Ernie. One of the hardest box-out assignments in the league since Dennis Rodman.
You know what, though? Last year he started taking some shots outside of the paint, which was surprising, but good. Opened up his game a little bit, but he's best.
It's the home of the Jazz here in Utah as 2K Sports brings you today's action. Live from Salt Lake City, Utah in the Energy Solutions Arena.
And I'm going to start to.
And back in Utah following the road trip, it's the Jazz on home turf. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
Right now for the Jazz, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
4 on the clock. It's Drummond with the rebound. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Tobias Harris is out there at Baritic. And there's Jackson. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Holiday in a the two-guard position. Here's Q. And that one hits back iron.
My bad.
On defense, Utah. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Holiday with the defensive effort. Outside Jackson. Pass to Holiday.
What?
Back to Jackson. To the left side wing.
I'll let him get it.
Here's Drummond, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That was done by 5.
He's off on the second. The Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Q defended by Drummond. It's good. Nice touch from Q.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Irving passes to Q. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first, and he gets the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
He fouled me.
Drummond the screen. Mirotic has a wide open look. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
The shot's good from Q.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
What? I know he's on. I'm not a ref.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Mirotic.
Oh, seeing this right now?
The floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Mirotic has got his first points in this one.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Q passes to Johnston.
Kyrie, we should shot that.
Stolen by Jackson.
That's my fault.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
That's
That's really that was a dunk. What was in the lane?
not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pistons passing it around. The wide open look here for Holiday. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, I know he.
And stolen by Mirotic. Rebounded by the Jazz. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
And you know, Greg, in that blowout loss that you were alluding to, it was the turnovers that really did them in. You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
Burks, he's checking. The Pistons trailing. Q in a two-guard. Spencer Hawes out there with Hayward. And it's Reed in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Hold on, what's it on? 71. 76.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He dropped in 24 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. A game like this just illustrates the success this team has enjoyed this season. What a special year, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
I got him.
Drummond the screen. Holiday attacking. Drummond dishes to Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Lets it go from 11, and again it's Utah.
Yeah, he better make that.
So it's Detroit now. They trail by 6. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty
solid
effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum. And then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
Stolen by Holiday. And Mirotic kicks to Jackson. And they double up Jackson to the middle to halt the run. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Drummond.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Q guarded by Holiday.
Oh, hell.
And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Mirotic the pass to Holiday. Left side Jackson. And so he ends a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Jackson hits both of them.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Read the pass to Q.
Let me explain.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. To the inside, Hawes laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hawes got 8.
They ain't give me my assist. Oh my God.
Cute pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Jackson dishes to Harris.
No.
From the wing, Detroit, no good that time either.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Q guarded by Holiday. Q passes to Hayward. And the 3 off target. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Drummond. The feed to Harris. He dishes it to Jackson.
You're going to guard the big man while
Drummond the screen, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
And we've reached. The second half just about to get going here.
Checking out the game Q is having. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. They've got Drummond. Harris is out there with Mirotic. And there's Jackson, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. Now here's Irving. Here's Q. Buries it from 3-point range. Q's got 14 points.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Utah leading by 8. Q passes to Hayward. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
You know, sometimes the best way to attack size is to go right at it.
The Jazz shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Jackson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging around 13.5 points a game. Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Holiday goes in. And too long on the shot.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Oh, where he going?
Q passes to Johnston. And Utah again with the bucket.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Okay. Right there. Look at this, look at this. Okay. Okay. First part. Instead of spring suck about to turn the ball over, but I'm gonna turn the ball over.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke.
In the
Oh, he got 70 overall, almost
76.
76.
He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Drummond. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And Detroit has possession. Following the bucket by the Jazz. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Holiday.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Great shooters, boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. Third is Andre Drummond.
All players occasionally go through hot and cold streaks, but over the course of the regular season, he has shot a high percentage, and that's made him a go-to guy for his team.
Johnston passes to Hayward.
I knew about Luke Wall.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
Ain't my fault.
It's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Pistons. Q guarded by Holiday. Q passes to Johnston. Just 5 on the clock. Steps back and fires. No good from Q. Pistons trail by 11. And Holiday, here we go. And stolen by Hayward. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Drummond.
Nope.
Rebound by Q. Jazz leading by 13.
How many rebounds do I got? 5.
Passes to Johnston and stolen by Drummond. Jackson with it. Now defended by Hayward. There's the pass to
Double
Drummond.
team.
There's the bucket. Good.
He's a center.
Drummond's got 11 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. You know, even though he's bite-sized compared to the big men on the floor, he's done some really tall work on the boards.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
In the corner, Irving with it. And the Jazz, another 3.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Harris.
Let him shoot.
Dishes it to Mirotic.
Oh.
Good.
Hold on, he is center.
And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And that one's good, Irving.
He put me on the
And
bench.
there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Put me on the bench.
Last 5 baskets have been exactly of that.
Jazz leading by 8.
Let me hit the buzzer beater.
Burke with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the wing right side.
You get no assist.
Here's Q. No good on that last second.
What if I took
Welcome
that
back as they
last
get set to
second?
start the fourth. Jazz shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Q, he's in a point guard. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Spencer Hawes out there with Alec Burks. And it's Johnston in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And you don't need, what they need to do is keep fouling.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
No free throws good from Q. Pistons trail by 10. Johnson kicks to Mirotic. Johnson the screen. Mirotic dishes to Holiday. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 10 points here in the second half.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Come on,
And it's
Kyrie.
out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here. Q, guarded by Jackson. Q passes to Irving. Just 3 to shoot. Expanding his range. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. The dish now to Harris. Feeds to Holiday. Harris outside. Teardrop shot. Hawes with the rebound. Hawes got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Q. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Green.
That free throw good from Q.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Out of
Did y'all
bounds.
see that?
Pistons ball.
Oh my
Detroit
God.
keeps possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Drummond the screen.
Nice defense.
The drive by Jackson. Hawes with the block. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
2. Houston. Oh, he's sitting back to Africa. How far that?
So it's the Pistons now. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Another miss by Utah. Pistons trail by 8.
I took the ball.
Now here is Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. Detroit, no good that time either. Q passes to Johnston. Irving with a clean look. Another miss by Utah.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Outside Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
5 on the clock. Q, guarded by Jackson. And Jackson with the block.
He got it. Oh,
He
that
feeds
was
it
a
to Drummond.
steal. Okay.
Harris kicks to Drummond. Here's Jackson.
No.
Tips it. It's good on the putback. 13 points for Andre Drummond.
4 for 4.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense
Right there.
in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Got 4, 4, 4. Got 3 4. 3 boards, like air boards. 3-4.
Utah
3-4.
leading by
Like
6.
airport.
That's the cue. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Don't get motor ball too long.
Passes it to Reed, taken away by Holiday. The feed to Mirotic.
He blocked that.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possible. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer.
Ready in there?
And then
I'm gonna go to the left. I'm gonna go to the right. Look, with that spin. I'm gonna go to the right with that spin. Ooh.
the shot is good. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Q, guarded by Jackson, puts up a 3, and the Jazz another 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Mirotic dishes to Drummond. Here's the 3. Utah with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. Jazz leading by 7. Q, guarded by Jackson. Q, stolen by Jackson.
God. He ain't going nowhere.
Now Mirotic.
Double teaming God. They ain't trying to help my team out, so we won't lose the game.
He kicks to Jackson. And Harris wide open. He shoots.
Oh my God.
That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Q passes to Hawes.
Sticking too much.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
From the start, seemed like they were out of sync. They waited too long to get into their action.
That's a great point. You know, you don't want to be scrambling against the shot clock. That's why it's so important that you have quality possessions.
And Mirotic kicks to Jackson. Right side Holiday. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop from there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
We ain't about to lose. About to win.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And the Jazz making a change here. Burks is checked in.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
To the paint, here's Hawes.
And one.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I need my
Good game
assist.
for Hawes. He's got 8 points and 2 blocks. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill, too.
He has really just owned
Bro,
the paint. Well-rounded performance.
All right,
so he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball.
You gotta win.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
I got better shoes than everybody on my team. But Kyrie got his shoes. Yeah. I might wear some Kyrie's. I might buy some Kyrie's on 2K.
1:24 left to play here in the fourth. Drummond, the screen. Shot from the top of the key. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
That's the ball to everybody else.
Back to Hayward. And it's Hawes in the corner. Clock at 6. The Jazz again can't hit it.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Holiday dishes to Jackson. Drummond the screen. Here's Mirotic. They get it back. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Stolen by Jackson.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
To take the lead. Holiday, the pass to Drummond. Oh, no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
I missed both of my free throws. I ain't
So
got
he
enough
comes up
energy.
empty, missing both.
Yeah, it looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
I'm gonna have to hold them back. For like 2 seconds.
If you can't get the ball in, have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Here is Harris. Pass to Mirotic.
Come on.
He dishes it to Jackson. To take the lead.
Nope. Get it.
Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Utah who's...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Post-game. Post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half. Kenny, your thoughts?
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...
Alright, man. Let's see what it's really on, man. Oh, bro. Peace.